Well, happy Saturday, baby. It is 10/11/25. Is that right? Is that the date? 10/11/25. October. Turn the music down. Turn the music down. The winds are blowing. Hopefully it's not too bad, but you know what? I don't care. I only got a couple miles to go to get to my final destination. Well, probably is my final destination, to be honest with you. Maybe I should roll it up. We got a lot of airflow going. Too much turbulence. Oh goodness. Oh my god, I got the heat going from last night. It was chilly. Picked my daughter up from the football game. Waiting forever. Started a space on Spaces on X. And it was a great space. We had quite a few people show up. Pretty cool. There were a few people who jumped in and had some good conversations. I won't mention their names, but you know who you are. And again, you know, just like-minded people coming together. And the one lady said that, you know, I came into the chat. I wasn't sure if I was going to come into the chat. And, you know, I am so glad I came in and, you know, met everybody. And we had a great conversation. A lot. Oh, shoot. What is that? It looks like a dingo. Seriously. What the frick is that thing? A dingo ate your baby. That was, I guess it's a dog, but it's like a... Man, we have like Montauk in the Midwest around here somewhere. I don't know what the frick I got going on there. Man, the long tail and the snout, that's... I don't know. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a dingo with a long snout like that. It had to be a dog, but it was a really strange looking dog. So no, she came into the chat. I know, sideways again. Came into the chat and said, man, I'm so glad I stayed, you know, because we started talking about some topics that were in our wheelhouse, in her wheelhouse. And so it was really good. I may do a space tonight because it was very, I don't know, it was good. That Lighthouse, you know, drawing all the wandering boats together because again, and I saw what I said, there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences that you showed up and you stayed and we had this great conversation because that's just how things work. Everything happens for a reason. And you can't deny it. Just accept it, embrace it, and you know, that's life. Roll with it. Let me get in the shade here, maybe. Is what it is. I am here. Turning off the silver slipper. The 2001 Volkswagen Golf TDI 1.9. Just very thankful and grateful. The conversation went till almost 3 a.m. and I cut it off, and there were still quite a few people in there. We had what, 200, close to 250 people in the conversation at one point, which is really really nice. You know, I don't need to block the sun. I'll just do the two-face thing. I need to shave. Well, not shave, but I need to clean up a little bit. My hair is kind of getting a little stupid too. You know, I don't look at myself so much, and I look at myself on the camera here, and I'm thinking, you know, get a little bit going on here. Get that done. All right, enough of my, you know, grooming and hygiene. So, no, there are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Everything comes into your life, all the synchronicities, all of the things. The universe is always talking to you if you're paying attention. And that's how I live my life. And much more so here this year. I've just allowed things to happen and followed my intuition and just go with it. And things work out. They just work out how they're supposed to work out. Maybe not how you think they're going to work out or how you plan to make them work out. Just today, you know, I won't talk about it, you know, something worked out. And it's just, you just let it go. And you let go of any burdens, any baggage, any anchors, any past, you know, things that you don't forgive yourself for, you know, regrets, whatever it is. You should have no regrets. I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. There was a little meme on Twitter where it said, you've got a blue door and a red door, and you know, the blue door or whatever, vice versa. You go through that one and you can correct all your past mistakes. You have the opportunity to go back and change anything that you want, that you see as a mistake. Or you can take the other door for $10 million. And that's just an arbitrary number. or $8 million, whatever it is. So basically the concept is, if you have what you have right now and you own your mistakes or whatever burdens you think you have in the past, and you have a sufficient amount of money to essentially, buy your freedom. That's the theory. Which would you choose? And it's not about the money. It could be $1, it could be $0. I wouldn't go back and take that. It's not even a choice to me. I would not go through the door where I could change anything. I wouldn't do it. And, I can look back and say, man, if I'd done that differently, no. I would not be here. Anything could have changed to where I would be in a completely different situation if I were to go back and change something. I'm not going to change anything or feel any sorry and remorseful or regret for anything in the past, because it made me who I am today. And I'm good with who I am today. All of those experiences have made me who I am today. So I would never change anything. All of the pain, and the trauma at different points, I wouldn't change any of it, because it shaped me to make me who I am. It was necessary to go through that, to learn, to develop, to grow. And so, no, I would not go back and change anything. I'd go back and buy Bitcoin in 2011, for pennies on the dollar and, stack it up. Okay, so you do that. You're sitting on, 100,000 Bitcoin. How does that change your life? How are you going to lead a different life today than you're doing right now? And if you're not, and if it would change you, you got to look at yourself today and say, well, what are you not doing that you should be doing? Does it take that kind of money to make a change fundamentally in who you are and how you live? No, you can do that every day. You can make the decision every day to live the life you want to live and project the energy that you want to project. Starts with a thought. Your thinking, how you think and how you view things controls everything that happens. If you have bad thoughts, negative thoughts, and, oh man, it's just a bad day, and I'm tired and I don't want to do anything. Okay, then you're going to be tired. Oh, I'm poor and miserable. No, be wealthy. It's not about money. I'm richer than any person in the world right now. My life is so rich. Because it's not about money at all. I mean, look what I drive and look what I wear. It's by choice, because I'm good with myself. I'm comfortable with myself. And I'm happy with where I'm at. And that's the most important thing. Live your life every day with your thoughts and your actions, and they feed on each other. The thoughts, then the actions. The actions are predicated upon your thoughts. I mean, do that every day. How do you want to live? Oh, if I win the lottery, or if crypto moons, or if silver goes and does a moonshot, this is what I'm going to do. Well, what are you doing today to make that happen? Because you are the energy. You are the creator. I mean, you create your path. You create your destiny. What you do today in the present determines your future. What are you doing today, step by step, to make it happen? I mean, create your happiness. Be happy with yourself. Know what you're all about. And quit waiting for something to change so that you can change. You make the change right now. Waxing philosophical here. But no, it's so true. And the sun's out. It's beautiful, shining on my face. Make that vitamin D, baby. Natural cures. It's just very important to just really understand that every day you have the decision, you have the power to do whatever you want to do and make it however you want. It's how you react. I mean, you can get upset about something, or you can say, you know what, it doesn't faze me. I mean, somebody can call you a name. Okay. It's your opinion. The only things bother you. And I know the things do bother, they do upset, and, but the thing is, you got to let go of the ego. You got to let go of those things and say, you know what, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to make happiness every day. Get out of bed. Wow. Love that oxygen. Feels really good. So anyway, to tie this all up, it was a great conversation last night. Very thankful. you know, I haven't done spaces on Friday nights consistently here in the past few months, and I'm glad I did one last night. I got interrupted because I had to go pick up my daughter from the football game, so I let it run on mute. And I came back probably an hour later and jumped into the conversation. Then it went, you know, several hours after that, and it was so worth it. I mean, it's just so worth it. You know, and cryptocurrency was kind of the topic of conversation, but it got into other things, and that's kind of what we do. The group of people that I resonate with, that resonate with me, we've just come together. We can't have these conversations in normal life. So many people don't seem to get it, but there are people out there. There is there's a fraction of people who are awake, and we just got to find each other. And you know, through a platform like Spaces on X is one way to do it. I've met many of my great friends that I consider, you know, brothers and sisters, and family. I mean, really on that platform. We've gotten to know each other, and we meet in person. You know, I do meetups, and because that energy that's the most valuable thing there is. And it really is more than money. I mean, that energy that you have right here inside of you, when that frequency of that heartbeat, of who you are, and when you meet somebody of like frequency, you resonate together. And it's just, that's the true form of energy. I mean, that's just that loving, you know, vibe, spirit, frequency, that love frequency that goes through humanity that we need to reconnect with and find that. And some people aren't at that point. But it doesn't mean you should stop trying to put that energy out, because it's the analogy I always use. It is a lighthouse. You can be the lighthouse. Crypto for me has been that lighthouse, specifically Litecoin. Ironically enough, it has been that lighthouse that has drawn so many like-minded people together. Going to summits and in the concept of what Litecoin is, and it's, you know, Litecoin is just a form of, you know, transacting value, but it has been that catalyst, that impetus that has brought so many people together in my own life. And I love Litecoin. It's sound money for the digital age, baby. I mean, no doubt about it. It was on sale yesterday, even though some exchanges, you know, they're a little shady with the price. I mean, it's a big scam. Have it in your own possession. Use it. It's money. You know, it's a form of energy that you can use. But the ultimate form of energy is, at some point, you know, you can hoard this stuff and wait for a number to go up, but use it for things that you need on a daily basis. I mean, if you need food, you should probably use money to buy that food. If you can produce your own food, even better. Or find somebody who can produce it locally and you know exactly where it comes from and the nutritional value of it. Do that. And that topic came up last night. But that's the ultimate form of energy. You, and then sustaining you, and then money is just this intermediary that allows you to get those things at the base level, the most important things. That's all it is. And you want something that's going to store that energy reliably, other than, you know, the leaky battery that is the Federal Reserve note. You know, it doesn't keep the energy. It leaks. But it's really all about us connecting and ascending, opening up, clarity of thought, clarity of spirit, clarity of, you know, everything. And just being pure. Truth, seeking truth, you know, and all those things. Truth with a capital T. Man, I love the Keats. I got to do it. You know, ode on a Grecian urn. Beauty is truth. Truth, beauty. That is all you know on earth and all you need to know. And it really is. Truth is beautiful. And those things that are beautiful hold truth. You know, looking at the urn and the cold pastoral of the urn. You know, looking at the characters and what they were thinking, and, you know, this moment in history, the Grecian urn. That's it. Beauty is truth. Truth, beauty. That's all you need. Once you understand that, you see the beauty in nature. That's a truthful thing, and it resonates with your soul. People, same way. Good people, beautiful people. There's a truth there. All right. Trust yourselves, trust your intuition, trust your instincts. I mean, you got the hotline to God. Hey, you got the hotline to the source. I mean, you're connected. You're part of something greater. So, own it. Connect. All right. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. I really do. Whatever day it is. a wonderful day. Seek that beauty. Find that truth. Let it dwell within you. It's already there. Just got to activate it. Wake up to it. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do a Spaces tonight. We'll see what time it is. But I'll do it later. Follow me on Twitter. Go to clintwestwood.net. I got links at the top. View my YouTube. You're viewing it now. Subscribe to it. And, that's all I want to do is I'm just, got this big megaphone and, I just want to call and shout out the truth and, connect to my stream of consciousness thing, that river of consciousness and just spew it out. But yeah, beauty and truth. All right. Be beautiful. Find truth. Hope you have a wonderful day. Trust yourselves. All right. You need to. All of it's in here. You got everything you need in here. You're born with it. Okay? Love y'all. Have a wonderful day.